I hate having to make videos like this because I hate the fact that I have to always make videos to explain my reasoning behind why I think Pokemon's now actually going downhill. I think we all knew Pokemon was actually heading down the wrong road way before I made this video, way before I'm making the video now. I think we all knew that Pokemon is eventually going to go downhill like it always has, and then it went uphill, but now I think it's hitting a brand new rock bottom that it's never hit before. I have so many reasonings behind this, so I have evidence to prove my statement. Now, in this part of the video that you're watching, the intro to this, you're seeing a full-on documentary of Pokemon of 2023 to 2024. Everything you need to know about Pokemon within the next couple of years have been in this video, will be in today's video. Everything I think about this, everything I know about this will be in today's video because I have a lot to talk about. Okay? Because we just recently got brand new news that everybody is actually disappointed in Stellar Crown set. We haven't even gotten the set yet, and people are disappointed in it, waiting for Team Rocket. So let's get into why I think Pokemon's completely dead. So, there's many reasonings that I can actually state my statement in this video, okay? So you have to realize, there's been a few cards out there in the latest years of 2023 to this year. We had the releases of Miriam and Iono and Roaring Moon and Garchomp and all these other cards that people loved so much. But it's the fact that even though the cards are loved, nobody seems to be buying the ones that make sense. And here's where it gets interesting in the year of 2023. If you ask anybody what were the most talked cards, it'd be Erica's Invitation, Iono, and Miriam. And all three of these were the biggest in 2023, with so many shorts of pulling the Miriam the easy way, with so many more thumbnails after thumbnails after thumbnails of people pulling Miriam. Then there's even more. Oh my gosh, it's a Miriam. Then there's other ones such as pulling Miriam Special Illustration Rare, Scarlet and Violet Pokemon TCG Pack Opening, pulled Miriam Special Illustration Rare. No, I have no problem with videos like this, and you're probably wondering, why is this so important? This makes no sense. Well, have you ever heard about all the other ones people were hyped up about? Do you hear anything about those anymore? It's like people have forgotten about better illustrations than the ones of these beautiful, trainer cards. I think they're nice too, but there's something that doesn't make sense in this era. It's the fact that all the other cards are so undervalued and underappreciated when it comes to the most special cards in the set will all be trainer cards, will all be special illustration rare girl trainer cards. Those are the most liked cards in every single set. Here's the proof. Because you have to realize, when you go on the TCG player for base set Scarlet and Violet, a lot of these cards are beautiful and deserve to be number one, such as Arvin and other ones like that. But when you look at number one, it's Miriam all the way. So you ask anyone, once again, like I said, ask anyone, they'll tell you Miriam and Iono are the two most loved cards of 2024 still, and 2023 still popular, still kicking, still having value, maybe not as much, but it's crazy to think that these two cards took the world by storm when they fully released. Now, what also comes within this was the actual full-on release in Japanese. This is where all my proof comes into for the last part of 2023. Now look, it's right there for number one, Miriam. Ungraded, it's $137.74. Literally, that's just how much money all those are. Compared to all these other ones, even some of the EXs and full arts and illustration rares are actually a lot less than that. That is extremely upsetting and sad. Now, what makes that worse is the fact that Penny on here is going for $53 right now. Now, again, that's not the most, but that is overly expensive for a trainer card you could easily get in English for about $5 or $6. So, it just shows you how much people are willing to pay just to get a trainer card instead of other cards in the exact same sets in English. Even English ones are pretty darn expensive because they are trainer cards and they have become so beautiful. Now, this is the last one. It's Obsidian Flames. So this set released terribly on my birthday of August 11th. Now, you may think, okay, it's a Pokemon set featuring Charizard as its main mascot. You think, what would make this set so bad? That would be the case if they weren't milking the actual fraud out of this card. That's what they did inside this set, is they absolutely milked the freak out of this card, out of all the Charizards in here. This was the set that killed Charizard. It literally killed Charizard. No one can tell me different. It literally killed Charizard. It literally killed Charizard. The value in this set is not good at all. Let me show you. That's the final part of 2023. Finally, is the fact that the Charizard right here, the mascot, the Charizard, it's only a $41 card. Now, the design itself is pretty decent, but the value, you're kind of looking at around not even that good. Plus, the pull rates for this is insane. And the fact is, yes, now, as you guys can see through the value I'll be talking, is the fact that pulling this Charizard was pretty hard because all the pull rates inside this set were extremely rare to be able to pull all the cards inside this set. Pulling any card in this set was pretty rare. So, therefore, you'd be paying more money on trying to pull the card than you would if you were just to buy the card. I get people love the feeling of pulling it, but you'd actually be paying more about buying the packs to pull it than actually the card itself for value. It's really, really bad. Chapter 2, 2024. Okay, so yes, I'm putting Paldean Fates up on the list for problems of Pokemon nowadays. Now, people are thinking, Adam, what the frick are you doing? How dare you put Paldean Fates up in here for being a problem when it's really not? Trust me, this set's got some wonderful details to it that I think has a lot to do. And has a lot to offer, a lot to put to the table. But I also think that there's some stuff in here that really screwed up Pokemon. But let's talk about the good ones. We have good chases, like the Charizard card. That's one of the good chases people are looking for. I'm looking for. Iono is another one. I traded in that Iono again just to get more cards like that, more magic cards. Mew EX. That's another big one of those, so I traded that one in too. Was not a big fan of that. The Gardevoir EX was another big card inside this set, and some surprisingly would be Pikachu at around $40 to begin with. Now it's like 35. But then these are the cards I'm talking about. These 6 cards were reprinted cards from previous Scarlet and Violet sets. Now don't get me wrong, we always have reprints in every single set, but this set seems to have the most reprinted cards in any set that I've ever seen in my years of collecting cards. This has to be my biggest worth of collection of just downright cards that have been reprinted. Now again, these cards could have done pretty well in the long run had they not been reprinted. Now as they're being reprinted, reprinting means you're taking the same card and design and you're reprinting it, which means you're putting it into another set with the exact same name, the exact same attacks, the exact same design. The only thing that's different is the fact that the value will decrease, how rare it will decrease, because again, it's not that rare as if it was just in one set. It's in a couple sets, which is downright just disrespecting the card's value and disrespecting the set's overall, meaning, and overall just downright what it's supposed to do. And I also think on the exact same part is the fact that those other sets, these cards could have done really well. According if it was in Dex and it won, it could have went up in value. Now as they've been reprinted, the chances are they're going to be going down in value. Another one is the Charizard from Obsidian Flames went down from $16 down to $3, and it's staying there due to the exact same Terra Charizard that was popping up on your screen when I showed you all the reprints. That was the exact same one from Obsidian Flames, and that one was doing well at around $16. It went plummeted down in 2024 due to the reprinted cause and effect and domino reaction that it causes every time a card's reprinted. It's not dumb, it's smart. People like the reprinted cards. I simply do not like reprinted cards. I think it ruins the whole purpose of what Pokemon's supposed to stand for. Therefore, I've got no chance at all to ever recover my love for Paldean Fates when it comes to reprinted cards. They had every right reason to reprint any other card, but they decided to reprint a card that did downright amazing. It's very sad to see what Pokemon has become with downright just reprinting cards that had no reason at all to be reprinted. They could have easily made all those cards they reprinted new designs, but they didn't do that. So, now we're talking about sets close together. That's something I never thought I'd say because I feel like every Pokemon set is just so far from one another. But recently, Just last month in August, on August 2nd or August 3rd, we got the brand new Shrouded Fable set. Now, this set was one of the worst sets that has ever come out of Scarlet and Violet. It's got decent cards, but the pull rates and the value they want for these cards are downright freaking ridiculous. Now, you're going to be seeing Shrouded Fable in the manipulative one of the problems in the manipulative chapter, which should be right after this. We're talking about the sets close together. So, they recently in Scarlet and Violet had made that special sets are happening. That's right. So, it turns out, this is funny. So, they recently have been adding sets where there are no booster boxes, okay? That'd be like Celebrations is one, because it's a 25th anniversary, and that's a special set that will not have a booster box. So any set that has a booster box is a non-special set, and are cards that are not going to be down, like the best cards ever. Now, special sets, when you think it comes to special, you think sets that never come too close together, but that's not true. This year, we got a total of 2 special sets. Paldean Fates, no booster boxes, special set. Shrouded Fable, no booster boxes, special set. So those are the special sets that have no booster boxes. We got 2 of those in the last year. Last year, we got 151. So it looks like we got 3 special sets in the last almost 2 years. That is almost insane to think about, the fact that we never had that many before Scarlet and Violet came out. Now, that's a bad thing, because you have to realize special sets are supposed to be special and are not supposed to be released. They're not supposed to be, have too many reprints out. And you also have to realize with special sets, they have to have a reasoning behind why they're special. They gotta have something that makes them special. I think the designs that they have inside the cards are absolutely beautiful. But here's the thing. 151 is already getting reprinted. 151 has already gotten reprinted in Japanese, and it's already getting reprinted cards from no, I'm not even kidding. Log up reprinted cards from 151. Okay, 151 are getting 3 cards reprinted. I made a whole video, except I unlisted it, but I'm going to put it back on there for you guys to watch all my old Pokemon content as I'm bringing it back because of how well they did for my, YouTube channel, and for you guys enjoy it. I didn't mean to take that away, I'm sorry, I just thought it was for the greater good. But continuing what I was saying is the fact that all 3 of them, the Charizard, the Venusaur, and the Blastoise, are all 3 of the normal EXs from the from 151 are getting reprinted in Sour Crown. That is why, at one of the videos I did a couple months ago in like July or August, they literally are ignoring the fact that it's a special set and reprinting them, except, not making them new designs. They're reprinting them instead. That's just downright one of the stupidest things anyone could ever do. Alright, let's go. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so look, right here, guys. So, Stellar Crown Booster Box case, $611 right now, which that, I got no problems with. That's not manipulating the system, because that's actually one that's going to be like that forever. And then you got to realize, Stellar Crown Build and Battle Box set of 10 is $151. Perfect. That's not where it gets bad. It's where it gets bad is whenever you're looking at this crap, okay? When you're looking at here, look at the dang prices of a singular card for pre-sales. Alright, you think they're going to stay that way? The frick they are. Alright, so Tiger Post EX, the special illustration rare, nothing else but the special illustration rare, is $148. Perfect, alright? Lacey, $111. Now, this is where it gets interesting, okay? Hydrapple EX. They are manipulating Lacey. Because you gotta realize, okay? I am tired of seeing people put these nice, special illustration rare trainers and say, hey, they're the best cards ever. I'm going to manipulate the service and manipulate the system into thinking I'm going to make people pay that much money for them. Because here's the thing. When you're manipulating the system, here, okay? If you're manipulating, you know what that means you're doing? That means you're basically... Yes, again, it's pretty bad because you have to realize they're paying that much money. They're gonna say like on eBay, they're listing like how much. They're doing bids. All right, now bids means you're like bidding off. One person says another offer, you have to one up them or top them in order to get the card and the deal of the year. So in order to get the card, you would have to one up them or go up by a certain amount. So one person said recently, and I believe this, it was on a YouTube channel that's, certified for being good with YouTube and content and all that. He's a Pokemon creator like me. He says that Houndoom, the illustration rare from Shrouded Fable, ungraded was like $30, right? He went on there for a PSA 10 is $500 for a $30 card. PSA 10's $500. You know Lacey's about to go like buku when it comes out fully. Lacey's over $111 right now. More than Hydrapple. More than Garvantula. Yeah. How the fuck is that? That Lacey more than Garvantula. You have to be out of your mind to be spending more money on Lacey than you do the others. See, they're manipulating it. What I feel funny is the fact that when you're manipulating a service and you're trying to make someone be able to pay as much money for you, because when you're manipulating it, they know that if they can bid offers when they buy it, they'll make other people think they have to buy it with the exact same amount of money. They're manipulating it into making it more expensive so they can get more money for it because they think it's worth that much, even though in reality it's not worth anywhere near that. And on top of that, you have to realize, when you're bidding on something, you're going to be the one also paying the $550 for a PSA 10. So it's not only bad on your part, but it's bad on other people's part. So again, there is an up and a down, because you pay that, but then you make other people have to pay it too. And it's pretty sad that people that has to be so downright disrespectful and ignorant to be able to go on there, sell it for $500, and make other people have to buy it too. Because you have to realize, when one person sells it for $500, like one person does something at school, another person's going to do it. Like a rumor spreading. That's kind of like how this manipulation is. When one person does it, another person does it, then another person. And then when the manipulation takes place for Pokemon, you're paying $500 full round, can't find one offer that isn't. And that's one part about manipulation. They're manipulating the system because they know that they can get that much money for it, but in reality, it's not worth that much. It's just what they want. And what's really bad about TCG Player is if every offer on there is $111, it's going to be $111 no matter which way you're looking at it. So, and if more people do this, and more people are starting to do manipulation now in this set, which I'm downright thinking they will because of how hyped up it is, people know, you know what, I need to put this up high because that's the only way I'll make money off of it. I know I can manipulate people because this is a good set. Therefore, they're going to probably, all these cards are going to be at least $100 for each. Because this is one of the biggest hyped up sets of any Pokemon set in any era ever made. This is probably one of the biggest hyped ups I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know why that is, but it is. Therefore, all of these cards are going to be extremely expensive, and it's just not going to look very good for people on that end. And I feel bad for people that are trying to, invest in this set. You're going to be investing a lot more than what you think, buddy, because right now, these cards ain't going down anywhere soon. Now, I could be wrong. Again, these are pre-sales. This is releasing in 2 days from now for English. So, I don't know what the frick I'm going to get myself into when buying this set on Friday or Saturday, depending on when I go to the mall. I don't know what to expect. I don't like the fact that Hydrapple and Garvantula, for how well they're doing in the market, that they have to downright disrespect them and put Lacey above it. I mean, Lacey is one of the best arts. But why is it a trainer? Like I said at the beginning of the video, people are loving too many special illustration rare girl trainers. So, another reason why I get extremely upset about these Pokemon sets is this. Because now we're getting more news about sets, and it's like we're getting more and more sets more frequently. You know what I mean? Now people are canceling. I think another reason is the community. Now, I'm not going to blame every single person on the whole darn market of Pokemon that the community is the problem. But here's the thing. Why is it that when one person says they don't like something, another person just feels left out, says they hate it, then they end up actually hating it? Because people are like, this set looks disappointed. They're saying that about Paradise Dragona, the brand new Surging Spark set. Yeah, that set releases on September 13th for Japanese, which is going to be, Surging Sparks for us. But Dragonite's Paradise Dragona for the Japanese people. People are saying, this set looks really bad because the cards they wanted in it isn't in it. Who gives a flying frick if the cards what you want ain't in it? They're nice artworks, they are decent cards, and if people are just going to complain about cards that's not in that set that they want, so what? You have so many more life years ahead of you in your life to be able to go get the cards that you're looking for. Because one set doesn't have it, you're going to ruin it for other people or cancel pre-orders. It doesn't make sense. So what? There are still decent cards in there. There's the Latios EX Special Illustration Rare. Does nobody understand how good that card's going to do? I swear, if the Special Illustration Rare Girl Trainers in Japanese are more than that card, I will throw my gosh darn MacBook out my window and shatter it. I'm not even kidding you. That's how mad I'm gonna get. I am completely tired of people always overhyping, one-upping with these stupid Special Illustration Rare Trainer cards. They've got nothing to the table. There's nothing that these other cards cannot do. I mean, it's insane how manipulative the system is these days. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I am crazed right now. That's the end of this documentary, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.